What's going on, everybody? C4 here today with the finale, but not really, because we still got, a couple more live streams we could do off of this, but officially the finale of the top 25 teams legendary college roster series, and we are finishing up with the Alabama Crimson Tide, which is painful as a Florida Gator fan, let's be honest. The goddamn Alabama Crimson Tide, Alabama, they're just the worst. They're the absolute worst thing unless you're an Alabama fan. And if you're an Alabama fan and you're like born into it, then all right. But if you're just a newcomer and you're an Alabama fan, you're the worst. Yeah, you win everything. You just gonna go freaking like the Patriots while you're at it? Anyway, this roster here, very, very good. I'm going to say maybe the best defense we've had. I mean, we have a good one. I'd say this defense, though, is right up there with the U. I think the U, probably off the top of my head, is probably the best defense we've had. Florida State had a really good defense. Well, without further ado, let's jump right into the roster real quick. All right, let's do it. So, for the starting quarterback, hot take. I went with Kenny the Snake Stabler. The legendary quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. I went with him just more so in comparison of his pro career. A.J. McCarron has most of the major stats. I think actually almost all the major stats for a quarterback. But he was terrible. He was absolutely terrible in the NFL. So I decided let's just go with Ken Stabler. Debatably, it's any of these guys. We have Joe Namath here, who's featured in our legendary Jets video. But yeah, we're going with the Snake just because McCarron. Unless we were rating on girlfriends, we'd have him there. But like I said, this is like 75-25. 75% based on what you did in college and 25% based on what you did in the pros when we make these. And where McCarron is the Stabler of the pros. I think Ken Stabler was a better college quarterback than A.J. McCarron was a better professional quarterback. So that's why we're going with Stabler. But debatably. For the running back spot, we have Derrick Henry, Heisman Trophy winner. Derrick Henry, the lead, 97 overall. To pair with another Heisman Trophy winning running back here in Mark Ingram. Derrick Henry, the kind of guy, he was a beast. I don't really know if there's a lot of debate when he won the Heisman. I'm trying to think back to when he won it. Who else was there that could have won it? I literally can't think off the top of my head. Like, Deshaun Watson was kind of a snub during that. But, I mean, it was in Christian McCaffrey. I mean, Bailey could have went McCaffrey. It was the same thing with Mark Ingram. I thought, Derrick Henry, when he won the Heisman, I thought that was fair. I thought that was kind of fair. But, yeah, you guys are kind of seeing what's going on here. But Mark Ingram did not deserve to win the Heisman. Toby Gerhardt was a better running back than Mark Ingram that year. It was the biggest travesty I've ever seen since I've been watching college football. Derrick Henry won it. Ingram shouldn't have. We got Sean Alexander and Forrest Gump. 72 overall. He will be our return man. I had to include Toby Gerhardt some way, somehow on this roster. And you guys don't think I listen to my subs. I listen to all you guys. That's why when I ask you guys for your feedback, I take it to heart. I'm not just saying that to engage my users. So yeah, we have Forrest Gump as our return man. But he probably won't see much time on the field. Fullback's just who we had left over. This is also we also used the Cardinals in the last video for the Sooners. Wide receiver, we went to Amari Cooper, 99. He's the best wide receiver that Alabama's ever had. And he's turned out to be a pretty good pro, so I felt easy to give him a 99. We have Julio Jones at 97. Wasn't really as impactful as Amari Cooper was at Alabama during his time. But, I mean, Julio's I actually think after last season, you could say Julio's the number one wide receiver in the NFL. I think he's done enough just to bump ever so slightly Antonio Brown for that title. We have Don Hudson here rounding up. Only really found 3 great Alabama wide receivers. Maybe Calvin Ridley could be the next one along the line. I mean, there's some other good, decent ones, but these are the big 3. Don Hudson, of course, is a legendary Green Bay Packer. The tight end spot, we gave Ozzie Newsome a 99, one of the best tight ends in the history of the NFL, and was really, really good in college. So that's easy 99. He's a legend. Offensive line, we gave DJ Fluker at the left tackle spot with a 95. We got Evan Mathis, not only legendary Philadelphia Eagle, but one of the best follows on Twitter for an athlete at 97. At center, we're going Dwight Stevenson, who featured in our legendary Dolphins video at 92. At right guard, Chance Warmack, 95, getting ready to do big things for the Eagles this season. And at right tackle, Andre Smith, a 97, one of the best offensive line prospects I've seen since I've watched college football. Left defensive end, we went with Courtney Upshaw from Alabama, 87 overall. I didn't find a lot of old-timers here on the defensive side. Guess, if you're a diehard Bama fan, this is where I might have missed someone. But I think we did all right. We got Bob Boomhauer, who was also featured in our legendary Dolphins video with a 91. We got a defensive tackle, Marcel Darius, who's a 96 overall. And we actually included a recent member of the Alabama defense, and that is Jonathan Allen. We just want John Allen to be short because we're cool. We're on a first-name basis. But I think John Allen, in my opinion, is the best defensive lineman in the history of Alabama. So we had to include him, even though he's a rookie this year. That is going to be a very good interior right there. We got left side linebacker Dante Hightower, 97 overall. He's a beast in the NFL. Was really, really critical to the Patriots Super Bowl run. Middle linebacker, we got C.J. Mosley getting himself a 97 overall. We got Rolando McClain included. Well, he was a first-round draft pick for the Raiders a couple years back. And then we have Nico Johnson. Anyone that played I don't know if it was NCAA 13 or 14, this was the craziest linebacker I've ever seen in an NCAA game. He had like 96 speed. It was crazy. And a right side linebacker going with debatably the greatest defensive player in college history. That is Derek Thomas. If you've never looked at Derek Thomas's college stats, go do it. I think personally, my Hall of Fame right now, literally my Hall of Fame right now off the top of my head, I'd have to say Ndamukong Suh, Derek Thomas, and probably Eric Berry are my big three right now off the top of my head. When I think of the all-time college greats on the defensive side of the ball, that'd be my big three. My Mount Rushmore, if you will. In the secondary, we have Antonio Langham, who I'm not really familiar with, but he has a lot of the defensive back secondary stats for Alabama, so we give him a 95. We have Drake Kirkpatrick, who was a first-round pick at 91. D. Milner, who busted but was a first-round pick in 89. And Cyrus Jones, who was a second-round pick for the Patriots last year. Terrence Cody, there we go. We should have included it. You're running a 3-4. No, I'm running a 4-3. Free safety, we got CLINTON-DIX, 95 overall. He was a beast. And at strong safety, we have a couple options here. We have Mark Barron, who's a 90. Robert Lester, who has a lot of the stats. Robert Lester actually had a more impactful career than Landon Collins, statistically speaking. But we will be going with Landon Collins, who emerged as pretty much a defensive superstar last season with the New York Giants. We're going to be rocking and rolling. Let me get the sim going, and then I'll check out the little chat there more in depth. But I feel confident that we should be able to make a solid Super Bowl push. But we'll go to the halfway point and see where we can get here. Now, hear about the NCAA game and development needs funding. Yes, but I'm skeptical, if I'm being honest with it. I'm not gonna invest any money at this point in time. I haven't seen enough of it. The way that they're doing everything, I'm skeptical. That's why I'm not gonna endorse it. I'm not officially going to endorse it. But it looks cool. Anytime there's a college football game, all right. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. You're funding that shit. I think NCAA is going to bring it back. That lawsuit is going to, I think it's done. It's resolved. I'm going to say, it's not going to be soon, but I'm going to say within the next 3 years, we probably will have an NCAA game. That's what my gut's saying. That game was way too profitable. They made so much. They made a killing on that game. I don't know off the top of my head the exact sales figures for that game, but I'm gonna come out and say right now that they must have been like probably better than the NHL games. At least better than the NHL games. So we are sitting. I don't know what we're sitting at here, but it looks like we are off to a great start. NCAA comes back, then Madden will have to step it up because there's no competition. Well, there's no competition anyway because it's all EA. But I did feel like back in those days, NCAA was a different development of teams. So they were trying to up the ante. It was like a battle within EA. So I guess like that way you got a little competition. It seems like NCAA was always the first to add brand new innovative features, and Madden would kind of go the easy route and not add anything new. But I just think like with that. I literally watched, who was it? I don't know his name. Like LJB or something. He's a big YouTuber. He has like 1 million subs. He did a video on the college video game. And it came off a little, I don't know. They didn't go enough in depth of like, who's developing the game? Like, what is going to happen? You just got to take my money. And the fact that it's like, they want you to invest like hundreds of dollars. It's like if it was like $1, like a Patreon or something, okay. But it's like, get 12 easy payments of this. I was like, I don't know, fellas. I'd be a little bit skeptical. So, here's our terrible Alabama jerseys that we're going to be rolling with as we take on the San Francisco 49ers. QJB, that's who it is. It came on my recommended feeds. I was like, new college game, and then, I'm just going to say I'm skeptical. I hope it turns into something, but I'm a little skeptical on that front. So yeah, this is technically the finale. What I have planned after this is the next live stream will be an all-time college team. So from all 25 videos, I'll be making a team based off of the best players featured. So I mean, you're gonna have everyone from Tim Tebow to like everything like that. And then I'm trying to decide right now if I should do like the all-time legendary small school prospects, and then do as maybe a current best of all the players from small schools that are currently in the NFL, or just make one big video. Not exactly sure what I'm going to do on that front, but I mean, I live stream twice a week, and after this series, I really have nothing to live stream, so maybe I'll do both those ideas. Maybe I'll do both those ideas. But Tebow's definitely going to be my quarterback when I do that all the time. Okay, Ken Stabler's a lefty. Is he actually a lefty? I don't know if he is a lefty or not. That looks kind of weird. Connected franchise Maple. Connecting franchise Maple. Connected franchise mode to people with bombshell girlfriends. Already did that with my girlfriend. It was a dual com. Go check that out. There's visual proof in that as well, I think. If you do all-time college, put Colt. Is Colt McCoy better than Tim Tebow? I think not. What do you think of the Bucs signing Fitzpatrick instead of Kaepernick? Maybe it's what they wanted. Like, realistically, Colin Kaepernick's not good. Like, I don't understand. Like, if you told me right now that even without the kneeling thing, if I had the option of Colin Kaepernick, Ryan Fitzpatrick, RG3, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't pick Colin Kaepernick out of all those guys, but it's not that decisive. I mean, all three of those guys are just, they have their flaws. I wouldn't say Colin Kaepernick's head and shoulders the best available option at quarterback. He has to go to the right scheme fit. Maybe they worried about a personality clash between him and Jameis. That's smart, though. Jameis Winston does have some, character questions. Maybe not having a guy like Colin Kaepernick in the locker room could be a little weird. Is it weird that I would have picked Migo Grimes because crazy is hot? It would be weird. That'd be some sort of weird fetish. Like you like getting choked and shit. You should stream playing a games every team. I might do that. Again, that's something I could do. Maybe using my new rosters. Like I said, we're the world's an oyster. Isn't that what people say now? Come on, Ozzie. There we go. Ozzie Newsome. Big hit. And it's good, though. Oh, it's a touchdown. He got in. He got in. He got in. Just tuned in. Would you mind going over the depth chart real quick just to say each starter? Okay, I'm going to try to go off the top of my head. Quarterback's going to be Ken Stabler. Running back, quarterback is Ken Stabler. Running back is Derrick Henry. Wide receivers are Amari Cooper, Julio Jones, and Don Hudson. Offensive line, I'm not going to go through that. Notable defensive players, I can't remember who have the ends. Bob Boomhauer, Courtney Upshaw, Marcel Darius. Oh, I have to change my playbook, actually. Oh! Amari Cooper's a bad man. Our linebackers are Dante Hightower, C.J. Mosley, and Derek Thomas. Our secondary is Antonio Lindum, D. Milner, Drake Kirkpatrick. Our safeties are CLINTON-DIX and Landon Collins. How's the offseason going? The Eagles haven't even recorded yet. I'm going to do that one live. It's going to come out next week. I always look forward to that. That's my favorite video I probably do. Like, the video I get the most... Oh, that's a bad throw. Out of all the videos I do this entire season since I started back in September is the Eagles offseason. That's like my most enjoyable one. That was the original. I'm using college rookies, so I can't wait to do that, and it will be out next week. Oh my God, Ozzie Newsome's a bad man. Comeback of the year next season? Marshawn, maybe? Do you think Tease can be better than Sherman? No, Tease won't be better than Sherman. I like Tease, too, obviously. But, I mean, Only problem with Tease is discipline. He doesn't. He's at least as much as you don't like Richard Sherman, or people will knock on Richard Sherman. He's incredibly intelligent. I think Tease he's undisciplined. Times that he would get beat in Florida, it was just like high risk, high reward type plays. But I think Tease can definitely become a Pro Bowler. You're Julio Jones, you make that catch, and we don't. Troy Vincent get the pick. We'll go low with Derrick Henry. He's a monster. I should have OJ and 2 tight. That would be interesting. OJ Howard and 2 tight end sets. I mean, when you're talking about all-time Bama greats, though, OJ Howard maybe is there on athletic ability, but statistically, he's not even like... I don't even know where he would rank statistically. We're getting bodied right here, right now. Do you think player editing will still be in Madden 18? I think it will. I think they're definitely with the next gen. It's too early for them to start removing things. I was actually going to make a video about this. I need to plea with them to have create a team. Because if they have create a team, like, I could create. I know some of you dudes out there, too. You would help me create that are in the interest in that side. Like college, we can make an NCAA game through that. If they even make it so you can only create 30 teams or 25 teams, you just create the top 25 NCAA teams, full rosters. How fucking dope would that be? So I'm going to make actually a video pleading. Maybe we could share it to some devs about why created teams better. I saw that suggestion in the comments. I literally just wouldn't remember. Do a draft steal with players I've drafted. I will not remember. Like, off the top of my head, I just couldn't. Like, even if I went back and watched through it, there's plenty of draft steals to make a full roster that I just would have edited into some player. So maybe next year I can take note of every time I get a draft steal. That definitely would be interesting. Idea to do. What would Chip Kelly do if he was the GM of the Toronto Raptors? You know, I think he would. He'd keep Kyle Lowry. He would keep all those players and just accept the mediocrity. You go to the same high school as an NFL player. How does that work? Like, he's an NFL player that's still in high school. Is it Randy Gregory? Is that who it is? Because that's how dumb he is. Who'll have a better season, Wentz or Dak? Wentz. My God. Getting body bag here. We're 6-2. Come on. What up, Money Maker? You making money or what? Let's go, Kenny. Kenny Stabler. Oh, man. Amari Cooper is a bad man, but we're just pretty much going to get a pad of goddamn stats here. Mike Vick's kids go to your school? Are they freakishly athletic? Or are they just like women? That sucks. All you guys in America get to fucking go to, there's famous people under your school. Oh, the transfer from Oklahoma. Sterling Shepard makes the catch. Who'll have a better season, the Browns or the Jets? I think the Browns. I think the Jets got themselves a first-round pick. They have the cream of the crop between all those quarterbacks. Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold. There we go. Nice little touchdown there to make the scoreline look respectable. Oh, it sucks. All right, we're going 6-3. It's still good. We're still all right. I feel confident that we can make a good run here. Brandon Ingram. Huh. Luke Kuechly. That's pretty cool. You guys went to those schools. I'm here, Mike Vick might create a YouTube channel and play Madden. Well, better believe we're going to do some dual comms, you know? Going to do some dual comms. Josh Rosen is apparently addicted to cocaine. Well, he's going to the Raiders. It's the 80s again. The Raiders are getting him. It's a snowstorm well, if they get him anyway, it's a snowstorm in New York. I was friends with a guy whose brother-in-law is friends with. You're getting too far down that trail. You're getting too far down that rabbit hole. Who's your favorite NFL player of all time? Check the friggin' header of my channel, Brian Dawkins. Baby. All right, what do we got in terms of games here for the schedule? So for divisional play, I remember it was kind of weird. So we only have 2 there. I think we'll take the Redskins on. Look like a competitive roster. It's the Florida State roster. We'll see where we're at. We'll see where we're at with Alabama here. Actually, let's make sure that we change to a 4-3. Oops. Mihail Malkova or Kay Adams? Ooh. That's a tough one. Both. Give me both on a fucking Love Sunday. You nasty, C4. You nasty. Night Train Lane's a good shout. Like, it's hard to see footage on, but I've seen a couple. I'm really surprised they've never done an NFL documentary on, like for NFL Network's NFL Films. Because it'd be really interesting, man. He's a fucking undrafted free agent. 14 picks as a rookie. Odell Beckham gay? Pretty sure he's gay. Pretty sure. I put money on that. He's as straight as Jerry Smith. Third down. Best quarterback of the recruiting class? I'm just going to go with name value. It's Chris McCaffrey's brother, Dylan McCaffrey. I'm going to be interested to see how he plays. How long do you plan on doing YouTube? And literally until I get bored of it. I mean, to be honest with you, it's a side hustle right now. YouTube's a side hustle, but at like 50K, if at 50K the Canadian dollars, as bad as it is right now, because I get paid in American dollars, it could become reality. So I'm hoping that's my goal. You know, a lot of people post their goals on Twitter. Basically, my goal for this year is by the end of Madden 18 season, I want 50,000 subs and 1,000 followers on Twitter. That's all I want. Stream low. You have a teacher with an Odell haircut? Oh my god. I would not respect that teacher. I would kick that teacher's ass. I'd go, your hair, what is wrong with your hair? Are you trying to tell us something? What are you trying to say to us? When are you going to propose to your girlfriend? Wouldn't you like to know, friggin' pervert? Let's go, Derek. Oh, whoa, okay, that was a collision. Who was that? Oh my god. This is USC, actually. That was Ronnie Lott met fucking Derrick Henry. It was a collision and a half. Best quarterbacks that Tua, I don't know, man. Hunter Johnson, Clemson, Davis Mills, Stanford. I mean, there's a couple good names. Oh, what a that was legit. That was a fucking great coverage. Career mode could spar you way past 50K if you made one. What do you mean if I made one? A career mode. Like when I play as a player? I don't understand. You should keep playing the moment instead of simming it. Yeah, I will. I don't sim really a whole lot. We play the moments. But most of the time I try to make the videos short. Like I said, like the last Browns, I thought the Browns rebuild. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that Browns rebuild revival if you guys have gotten through it. I thought it was going to be short. I was trying to cut things out to make it short. Still went an hour and 10 minutes. So... oh my god, someone jump on that. Oh my, Madden cheese? Are you? Oh my. That was pathetic. There's supposed to be career mode like 2K, man. Oh yeah, yeah, I'll play that. But I mean, everyone's gonna play that. And if there's what I think it's gonna be, there's not gonna be a lot of variation. So pretty much all the like the big, like the top of the line Madden YouTubers are gonna do everything. There's not room for people like me, who are a little bit more creative than those guys, to differentiate the thing. But I'm definitely gonna play it. Who wants to get open? Let's go, Ken. Oh, he takes a hit, but he gets the first down. Doing Al Davis all-speed team. That is on the Al Davis all-speed team's going to be an episode of Super Bowl or Bust. Oh, we got sacked. Great. Thank you. Come again. O-line trash, though. You should go with McCarron, a.k.a. the next Tom Brady, to be my quarterback. We go Murray. That's a hot take right there. Do I have to pray for Pro Football Focus to get my info? I was actually thinking about buying one just because it is good, but I mean, a lot of the times, dude, there's just, it's like $50 or $49, $39.99. It's not worth it. Enough people post like their actual list on Reddit and shit that I don't have to go out of my way to get it. Super Bowl bust with the 04 Eagles roster. I'd have to create the 04 Eagles roster, which would be a lot of work. But that, yeah, that could be a video. For sure. There we go. There we go. Big time touchdown. 15th touchdown of the season for Amari Cooper. And we still got a bunch of games left to play. Oh, come on. Well, I guess Amari Cooper's that guy. He's that dude we got to be going to. Super Bowl all record. That's a good one. That's actually a really good suggestion. I'm going to write that down. I have a list. Don't worry, I have a list. Record holder CFM is what I'll write down in my notes. Third and 1. Can't wait till Madden 18. What are some of your plans for new content? Well, new. I do plan. I still have to wait and see what the features are. Like I said, for fuck's sakes, you have 99 strength and 99 trucking. You can't break out of an arm tackle of Clay Matthews. We're going to go for it. Obviously, rebuilds will be back because, you know, I make the best rebuilds on YouTube. Definitely will be a little bit different formatting for the rebuilds. I'm going to try to make them more realistic. We're not just going to trade a bunch of the old guys away. Feathers ruffled. I really hope there's creative team. There's nothing that came out that's really said that there will be a creative team, which kind of sucks. Oh, how do you break that shit up? Looks like we look like absolute bitches. Both games we played so far and taken over, we've lost. We're looking like chumps right now. Looking like fucking chumps. But yeah, there would be Eagles Tanked franchise mode for sure. I do that every year. I don't deviate. A lot of people say, hey guys, vote on what team you want. I'm doing the Eagles. That's for me. I always want to do the Eagles. So rebuilds. Next year we'll start out with rebuilds, Eagles. But also, there's going to be lots of football. There'll be college football, probably one college football video a week. NFL, talking about the Eagles, everything that's, football season. I like to think that while I am a Madden channel, I am also a football channel. I want all football fans to feel welcome. As long as you're not playing the Eagles that week, we'll be all right. If you own the Broncos, would you have kept Tim Tebow? Make that a series. Hey, that'd be a good one. What if Tebow stayed on the Broncos as a franchise quarterback? Well, franchise, in loose terms, in quotations, franchise quarterback. It'd just be more so what overall would I give Tim Tebow? I suppose I could probably just look at what his last overall was in Madden. Maybe what his last overall was in Madden. I mean, that's a good one. There you go. There's another one. You guys give me ideas. 23. Tebow in Den. My God, we might not even make the 8-6. We don't make the Super Bowl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we're in the wild card spot right now, so let's win out. That's all we can do. We gotta win out. We're playing the division leaders here, Seattle. Fuck. All right, we're gonna try our hardest to actually win this game. We might play a little bit defense when we need to. But yeah, I'm fucking. This is gonna be a tough night for me after this. I'm gonna record a bunch of videos. New Toronto Huskies episodes come out tomorrow. I gotta finish that shit up, and then record a bunch of the Madden 18, Madden 17 roster videos. Can't wait. So fun. As is life. Am I worried about all the one-year contracts that people are retiring next season? No, not necessarily, because with the guys that are retiring, I assume that's, Jason Peters and Sproles. I don't know what that is. That's like $10 million in cap on the books. We're going to be able to re-sign everyone anyway, but I don't actually am more comfortable next year than I was this season in terms of being able to bring guys in. Okay. We can get 45 touchdowns with Kent State. What the fuck? How come they just suck when I'm playing with them? What the fuck? What's up, Kurt Warner? His brother, Kurt Wagner. Like, my O-line is pathetic. Every time, I have no fucking time to throw the ball. All right, from now on, we're just shotgun. We're only doing shotgun plays. Which player would you like Philly to draft next season? His name is Saquon Barkley, and he's from Penn State. Or Darius Geis. Just a running back. I really do like the draft class next year for running backs, but I think Philly has to go running back. Running back or corner again in the first round. Very similar to what I felt like this season. Alshon seems to love Philly. Yeah, he does. If you're like Alshon Jeffrey, you played with not great quarterbacks your entire career. Finally, you have a guy that at least has some upside, depending on your opinion of Wentz. So, you should be happy. He sees dollar signs in his eyes. Do I miss Chip Kelly? Every day, man. Every day. It still feels bad. Oh, my fuck! Our offensive line's overall average 95. Everyone's like a 95. Can't fucking cover shit. I don't miss, what do you call it? Who's the best playbook in Madden? I like for offense, Saints. I really do like the Saints playbook. And he dropped it. Nice. Was it 4th and 4? Why would you punt it? The fuck? Give me the fuck out of this. How do we have 45 touchdowns every time we play with them? Our offense is terrible. I don't even think it's just me. Literally, I have no time with the offensive line. Sure. Okay, we're going C4 special here. Oh, I got a message from someone. Oh, boy. Will Josh Dobbs ever start for Pittsburgh? I don't think so. I don't just say that as someone that just doesn't really like Tennessee. Dobbs was not very good. I never saw an NFL quarterback in Josh Dobbs. We have a left tackle to replace Pierce. His name's Lane Johnson. Do you remember what happened with Lane Johnson? Like, you actually, like, it's not even just like a, oh, I'm going to something. Do you remember Lane Johnson playing left tackle? He wasn't anything special. He didn't look very good. He didn't look terrible, but he didn't look very good. I think that's my big hot take. I have two hot takes right now that kind of go against the grain of Eagle fans. One is I think it's better to have Jason Kelce on this team than not. Because I think the chemistry between him and Wentz is valuable and almost more valuable than not having that. But another one is I don't think Lane Johnson's going to be the great left tackle that people are making it out to be. What's wrong with just being a good right tackle for the rest of your career? Some guys are just, that's just how you play. If I'm going to say right now, I'd just be saying fuck it and having Vitae learn how to play left tackle. Learn from one of the GOATs in Jason Peters. And let Lane Johnson just be a right tackle. Let him continue to be the top right tackle in the NFL. It's not like you're switching guards. The two tackle spots is probably like the toughest transition. Hell yeah, we run slants. Do you think Nathan Peterman could be a solid starter for the Bills in the future? Maybe. Yeah, more so than probably Cardale. I like Peterman over Cardale. Cardale's the kind of guy you bring in when you need like a Hail Mary. Here we go. You need to watch the show Last Man Standing on Netflix. Isn't that the fucking one that got canceled? I'm alright. Only Tim Allen, I need to watch his fucking Home Improvement. Oh no! What is this? And we recovered it somehow. We recovered that. What do you want? So you want Big V to replace Jason Peters in the future? I'm not gonna say I want that. I would say I'd want the Eagles to be prepared to do that. Like, there's no reason right now that Vitae has to purely just become a right tackle. As it stands right now, both healthy, he's not gonna play. So I think you should be doing your due diligence with the Eagles, getting him work at both sides. It's because, like I said, the best way to put it is like maybe Lane Johnson's not going to be a terrible left tackle, but I think might get better value having Lane Johnson stay at right and then Vitae as a left than vice versa, doing that swap the other way. There we go, Amari Cooper touchdown, baby. Michigan State or Michigan? I'm not a fan of either. You got beast mode, you got blood. How do you feel about him? I like it. I'm not going to overrate it. I'm not going to overvalue it. He's a 30-year-old man. Oh my God. Kenny Stabler stays up and he gets sacked. Oh, we're in field goal range, I guess. I think Blunt, you got to take it as like he's a power back. That's all the way I'm going to view him. We don't have one on the roster right now. Ryan Matthews is going to be gone. He costs half the price of Ryan Matthews. So it's a good move all the way around, but I'm not one of those guys like, oh man, we got a guy that got 18 touchdowns last year. Yeah, he also had Tom Brady orchestrating drives for him. But I see Blunt being a guy that can get, obviously it's going to be running back by committee, but I see Blunt being a guy that can get 600-700 yards, 7-8 touchdowns, which is exactly the kind of running back we need to add at this point in the offseason. So happy with it, very happy with it. Do you like JT Barrett? Not really, not in particular. Yeah, Blunt. Yeah, my brother is a Patriot fan. He liked that. He was upset that we got him for how much we paid for him. My brother was just like, "Oh yeah, you probably paid out the Astros." Like, no, we got him for like $1 million. What team is Chip Kelly screwing up next? I haven't even really thought about that. But I'm going to say probably the Packers, just so I don't roast NFC East teams back to back. It'll probably be Green Bay. Who do you think Hicks most resembles? What does that mean? Currently in the NFL or all time? All time? He's in the mold of Derek Brooks, kind of. I would say. If I was doing it all time, just because of his coverage ability. But yeah, he's pretty much in the same type of linebacker that Luke Kuechly is. I'm not going to say he's better, even though I want to. Kuechly is still the better player. Here we go. We had to get that one out quick to Julio. He's on the roster too. Jeez, we haven't used him very much. Jeez Louise. Make it the Jets. Do the Pats. I'm not doing the whole thing with the Chip Kelly rebuilds. I may eventually come back around to do them. But I want to do the teams that I didn't get to do realistic rebuilds for, just so those fan bases get some sort of video, even though it's usually going to be I'm shitting on destroying their teams. But the bottom line for even the Chip Kelly rebuild is that probably the end of June is gonna be the last time I do it. I don't want to touch rebuilds for like 2 months, so that when Madden comes out, I'm eager to do rebuilds again. As of right now, rebuilds are a pain in the ass to record because they're over, upwards of an hour long. So it's an hour of recording plus an hour and a half of editing. It's not very fun to do those. It's like a job. That feels like a job doing rebuilds. Do you think Tom Brady is getting the Madden curse this year? I hope so, just for league parity. Don't want to wish injury upon the greatest quarterback, in my opinion, in NFL history. But it helped with the league, I think. Then again, I can see the Patriots this year just being, Floyd Mayweather. People are going to be turning to the Patriots games just to see if they lose. Oh, they turned the ball over. Let's close this game out. We need this victory. Did you enjoy the Christmas present I gave you on Twitter? I assume that was all the fucking Air Bud pictures. That was great. How do you feel about the Eagles cornerback situation? Very worried. Even though people in the Eagles community aren't making a big deal out of it, Sidney Jones probably isn't going to play till week 8 or whatever the pup is, week 6. I'm going to say right now our cornerbacks are as weak as they were when we had Kerry Williams and Bradley Fletcher. So I'm worried, especially because the strength of a lot of the offenses in our division is wide receivers. Not so much. I mean, the Redskins still are going to be a problem with Crowder and Terrell Pryor, and we have to see with Doxson. There's a little bit unknown there, but still, they have some weapons. But, I mean, you got to stop Dez. You got to stop pretty much the fucking Giants. The only saving grace is that our strength is the Giants' weakness, and our weakness is the Giants' strength, so hopefully they cancel each other out. Eagles winning the East? Maybe. I don't know. It's too early to tell. I think the fact that the Patriots won the Super Bowl and also debatably won the offseason, it's just not fair. Rasul Douglas, Sidney Jones equals Sheldon Brown and Lito Shepherd. That, hopefully, but the rookie corners don't come. How often does a rookie corner come into the league and, shock the world and become a great playmaker? So we have Sidney Jones, who might not even, there's still a chance Sidney Jones might not even play at all this season. And then you have Rasul Douglas, who's a third-round corner. He's a pick in the 3rd round. So, at face value right now, until I see what's out there, Eagles still have one of the weakest secondaries in the NFL. There's no other way to put it. Safeties play is great, but in terms of cornerbacks, not a lot there right now. Hope that I'm wrong. Makes sense. Yeah, Patriots get the Patriot discount. It must be nice. We're 9-6. Okay, and we're going to play the Rams. All right, let's check the standings, see where we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're still in the final wildcard spot. So we win this, we should be able to get ourselves a playoff berth. Who's your favorite football player of all time for the 900th time? Brian Dawkins. Having a great pass rush is going to help the corners a lot. I can see consistent pass. That is true. There are plenty of things. That's what the Eagles did. I think they decided, okay, we're not going to be able to fix our secondary this season, so let's make everything else better. Literally, the front seven and the safeties are elite, near elite, if not elite. But the corners, I don't think that you can name another weaker cornerback. Who are our starters right now? Day one, Sidney Joe's not going to play. So our starters are, Jalen Mills, Rasul Douglas, and Patrick Robinson, probably. So Patrick Robinson, the guy that's bounced around the league, couldn't hold down a job. Rasul Douglas is a third-round pick with great production, but ran a bum-ass 40 time. And Jalen Mills was incredibly inconsistent last year. So if someone came to my front door wearing Cowboys uniform and said Eagles had the worst secondary or the worst cornerbacks in the NFL, I couldn't kick his ass because he could be right. Thoughts on Aaron Jones? Fuck that guy. What do you expect of Goff next season? I think he's still going to have questions to answer going into next offseason. I don't think he's going to be terrible. I think he'll be good enough to hold down that spot and not worry about a quarterback controversy. I don't even know who the fucking backup is right now in St. Louis. But I don't think he's going to be anything. There's no weapons there. Who the fuck's he going to throw the ball to? Jets have a weaker cornerback pair if it makes you feel better. But it's still, somewhat within shout. Eagles have 100% probably top 5 worst cornerbacks in the NFL. And that's worst as in terms of going into this season, what have you done in the NFL so far? Obviously the talent could be, Rasul Douglas could be a baller. Sidney Jones, we know Sidney Jones, if he comes back healthy, that's an if, is going to be a beast. But you have to go off of what you know already. Do you think Justin Blackmon ever plays again? I'm going to say probably not. That boy 420 swag all day, day. Do you think Lamar Jackson should declare for the draft this year? If I'm Lamar Jackson, I would not. I would stay one more year. It would show you if he says he doesn't want to declare because he wants to become a better player and work on becoming a pocket passer and not just a run thrower. Just mobile quarterback, I guess that's probably a better prescriptive term. Hell yeah. Plus, it's going to be a tough quarterback class. I think if he stays back one more year, it worked for Mariota, staying another year. But with his style of play, if the draft committee gives him a high pick, he might want to leave because his style of play, man, he can get hurt easy, run that much. But if I was him, if I had my way, I would say Lamar Jackson stay for another year after this season. Oh, that was a bad throw, and he still completes it. What's your favorite basketball team? I don't really have a favorite team. I'm going to say Raptors, Clippers. But it looks like the Clippers are going to blow up. I only like the Clippers because Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. Don't give a shit about Chris Paul. Is that his name? Chris? Yeah, Chris Paul. I don't watch a lot of basketball, as you can't tell. But for the playoffs, I'm going with the Celtics. Thoughts on Jason McCourty of the Browns? It's nothing special. I think he's pretty much done. Cowboys do a pretty bad secondary. That helps a little bit. That they're within the own division. Go Julio, and there's a penalty on the play. Nice. Do you think Dak and Wentz will be the next Peyton and Brady? Could be, but I hope Wentz is the Brady in that situation. Better Gator wide receiver, Callaway or Cleveland? Callaway. A lot of people actually started to shit on Callaway, but if you took out his special team blunders, he might be one of the most electrifying wide receivers we've ever had. He's the most electrifying wide receiver we've had since fucking Percy Harvin. No disrespect to Demarcus Robinson, but if we actually had a decent quarterback, I think Callaway would tear up the SEC. But Cleveland's good. I like Powell as well. Let's go to Blake Bell, the transfer from Oklahoma. Is Nelson Aguilar done in Philly? He's going to get one more year. Hopefully. He's like Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson didn't really do anything to his third season, but I'm going to say my optimism is incredibly low that he does anything. Well, we walked in that sack, so I was kind of looking at the chat. Phenomenal. Brown said told me they had better wide receivers, D-line, and linebackers than the Eagles. False, and false. I'm just going to break that down one. Would you rather have Kenny Britt or Alshon Jeffrey? It's Alshon Jeffrey. Defensive line, would you rather have Myles Garrett, Danny Shelton, and Ogba? Like defensive line, maybe. You could go for, they're younger. But even then, I still think Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Timmy Jernigan, and Derek Barnett, Vinny Curry, that's stronger. We have much more depth. And linebacker, it's Philly and it's not even close. You have Jamie Collins, Kirksey, and who else is the other? Cam Johnson. Philly got Jordan Hicks and Nigel Bradham, two of the highest graded Pro Football Focus linebackers last season. I think Philly has top 5 front sevens in the NFL. Easy. Say Blake Bell's at Florida. He's on our roster right now. Oklahoma. What's my dream car? Dodge Challenger. I was actually really just good. I have enough money that I could get a down payment on one, but I didn't know. Wow, what a bad throw! My God, that was just a bad fucking throw. Oh. But yeah, the kid came along, so I couldn't get the nice challenge today. Does Blake Bell still play quarterback, or did he fully commit to being a tight end? Blake Bell's actually on, in real, I don't know if, I thought you were talking about this. He's a tight end on the 49ers. He got drafted, undrafted, I think, actually. Challenger's a nice car. Well, yeah, old school cars, I'd get like a fucking, the black, I think it was a 69 Challenger. No, 69 Charger from Fast and Furious. That old one with the fucking giant engine popped out of it. I don't know a whole lot about cars, but that's probably like the sexiest car I've ever seen in that whole series. But that thing would be terrible. In Canada, you can't drive that shit up here. You won't be able to drive it up here in Canada for like 3 months, and the roads up here are terrible, so. Oh, I'm not a Corvette guy. Nah, 2 people with Corvettes? I hate Corvettes. Ugh. Maybe there's like an old one that I can't just picture, but I picture the new ones. Not a fan. Convertibles are for women. You heard it here first. Convertibles are for women. If I got a Dodge, it'd be burnt orange with third. Yeehaw! Skeeter. Get Skeeter. Or Scoot. I can't remember. That was like my favorite show when I was a kid. Just the good old boys. Never meaning no harm. Ozzie Newsom's getting the big old fucking stiff arm. Boom, 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 boom. Kirksey is pretty good. He definitely has developed into not just that guy that was really small in Madden one year. Boop, ba doop, boop, boo. Oh, there we go. Cooper balling out for us. Wish Torrey Smith ever left Baltimore. I really hope that we get the Ravens Torrey Smith. That'd be low-key sign. I think the potential is there. I mean, he's only 20. I was very surprised. I thought Torrey Smith was 30. I just remember that game, like, after his brother died. That was, like, one of the more crazier performances I've ever seen a wide receiver have. And I had him in fantasy. And I started him. I remember that game. There we go. Need that TD real quick. Corvette Stingray is a hardtop. There you go. And it's not gay. Just everyone around here in Canada, it's all like the fucking midlife crisis people. Every time I get a Corvette, it's just a convertible. And convertibles are for women. Don't let anyone tell you different. Oh, there we go. Just not deciding to let us win here today, I guess. We got a chance, but... Fuck, man. If not this roster, then whom? What roster? And how'd he drop that? I was like, his fucking hands. Tell you Aaron Jones story. Basically, someone asked me my opinion of Aaron Jones, and I said that he's pretty... I actually almost called... I think he said he's going to be sixth rounder, and didn't he go in the 6th round of the Packers? And probably has to contribute on special teams to make a roster this year. And then somehow he found out about it and, like, tweeted at me that I'm going to pursue him to grind harder in this shit. And then a bunch of his UTSA teammates started to try to chirp me. Bunch of illiterate bumfucks, only in Texas. Learn how to read a book and pronunciate a sentence, as I butcher speaking English right now. That's pretty much it. It wasn't a great story, but basically he was the only guy that got a little upset, a little triggered. Is Tavon Austin a bust? Was he a first-round pick? Oh my god, let's just try to go down swinging here, I guess. I'd say yeah, probably is a bust overall. Oh my, that might have been the best blocking I've ever seen on a screen pass in my life, no lie. I think Amari Cooper's got to have a pretty crazy stat line here when we check the box scores. Would you have a nose tackle who can't stop the run or a good guy's elite pass rusher and very good against the run? Definitely the second option. What do you think's going to happen with Baylor? I hope not the death penalty because I'm a fan of Matt Rule who went there. I think he'd turn it around. Temple tough, baby. Man, wide receivers just aren't winning jump balls. The last couple times I played Madden, I cannot win those 50-50 jump balls. Like, Kamara Cooper's 99. He's a 99 wide receiver. I don't know what corner was covering. Definitely not a 99 overall corner. Is that a one-handed catch by Blake Bell, the transfer from Oklahoma? Well, Alshon Jeffrey plays 16 games. Will be a miracle if he does. I don't think. I think he'll stay good for like 13, which I'll take as an Eagle fan. I'll take 13 games. Oh, Amari Cooper got murdered. Let's just go C4 special. Do you think Kevin White could have a big year for the Bears this year? I don't see it. Could be a low-key, like, final round of your fantasy draft worth to get, though. Not even the C4 special's working. Oh, could tease lock up Odell. You'd fuck him up, I know. Lock him up. I don't know. I don't know if he has the speed. Top 5 D tackles. I can't go. I don't have enough stats right now off the top of my head to go in an order, any particular order. But I'm gonna say Fletcher Cox, K1 Short, Geno Atkins. Might have to say Snacks. Max is good. D tackles. That's tough off the top of my head. Throw in a random one. Aaron Donald. How do you forget Aaron Donald? Fingers crossed that we got that wild card spot. Celtics are getting butt right now. You can't stop fucking. You can't stop them. Goddamn. 61-20. Is it actually not the score? That's embarrassing. How do you think Corey Cohen will do? Thinking about picking up my fantasy league and draft in a couple months. Get him late. Don't get him high because there's no. Who's the quarterback there? Who's throwing him the ball? He's worth a flyer at best, I would say. Pretty much anyone on that Browns offense instead of Crowell. I think Crowell will be worth getting. Did we get into a playoff spot? Fingers crossed. Wherever we do Cal, Virginia Tech, and Stanford. They weren't on the list. Maybe. The answer is maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we fucking lost, man. Didn't even make the Super Bowl. Let alone the playoffs. Didn't even. Oh, it's stupid. Well, we hit over an hour. Usually, this is only this live stream is 10 minutes shorter than what it usually is, I guess. Let's take a look at the stats. Ken Stabler, 4,500 passing yards, 49 touchdowns, 15 picks, but got sacked 52 times from one of the best offensive lines we've seen. 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns from Derrick Henry, 495 and 8 from Mark Ingram. In terms of receiving, we got 94 catches, 1,255 yards, and 18 touchdowns from Amari Cooper, 892 and 10 from Julio, 808 from Ozzie, 769 and 7 from Don Hudson, who was just assier. Andre Smith and Fluker at the tackles. Just pathetic. Defensive side of the ball, 148 tackles from C.J. Mosley, 109 from Landon Collins. We got absolutely no pass rush whatsoever. Derek Thomas on the team with 5. And we got 5 picks from Langham. We got a lot of interceptions there. 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, and 4. Oh, my God, it's disappointing. Fucking disappointing. Well, you win some, which we don't really do a whole lot here. At least during this series. And you lose some, which is fucking what just happened right now. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in for a live stream. As always, I didn't use Hannah on the O-line. What the fuck? Where is he? He's in my roster. I put him on here. That is something that I noticed. Where is John Hannah? Fuck. Way to bring that to my attention now. At the end, you were here from the beginning. You were here from the beginning. He was in the rosters. But yeah, so yeah, this wraps up the official top 25 teams. Next live stream will probably be, I'm planning for Sunday, and it'll be with my girlfriend, and we'll be doing a movie roster, a team based off all players that have been featured in movies and television. So if you could come in and tune us in for that, I know she'd appreciate it because she doesn't really understand live streaming and all that bullshit. But yeah, we still got some other live streams planned out. Daily uploads, all that good shit. So if this is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. For everyone else that's a, valued Beast Mode TV viewer, thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, C4 saying peace out.